All right, so get this. Chinese tech stocks are going completely nuts this week.
Yeah.
We're talking Alibaba, JD.com, even Baidu's getting in on the action.
Huh.
It's like someone yelled tech boom and the entire Chinese market listened. What's going on?
Well, there's a good reason for all of this excitement. Remember that stimulus package China has been hinting at for like what feels like forever?
Right, right.
It's finally here,
Yeah, okay.
and investors are breathing a sigh of relief.
Okay, so break it down for me. Why is everyone so excited about this? Is this just a quick little blip, or is this a sign that the Chinese tech sector is, back in the game for good?
It all comes down to confidence, really. After years of uncertainty, that stimulus package is a clear signal from the government that they're serious about getting their economy back on track, especially the tech side of it.
Okay, that makes sense. So what does this Chinese tech surge mean for, the rest of us? Should we be paying attention to this?
Oh, absolutely. Think of it this way. When the Chinese tech sector thrives, those effects, they ripple across the globe.
Hmm.
These aren't just any companies. We're talking major players in e-commerce, tech development. I mean, heck, even food delivery, their success. It could mean new opportunities for businesses and investors, everywhere, even for the average person.
Wow. Okay, so big implications then.
The big question is, though, will this momentum last?
Yeah, that's always the question, isn't it? All right, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. But speaking of big players, let's talk about a company that's absolutely crushing it right now. Micron Technology.
Yeah.
They just blew past their earnings expectations. And everyone's saying it's because of one thing, AI.
And they'd be right. Micron, they specialize in memory chips.
Right.
The brains behind those AI servers, the ones crunching insane amounts of data. The more powerful AI gets, the more memory it needs. And Micron is in the perfect position to deliver.
Yeah, and their CEO was practically swimming in confetti made of substantial revenue records.
Right.
It sounds like AI is the driving force behind these incredible numbers. So is this it? Is this the beginning of a whole new boom cycle for the entire chip industry?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, we're already seeing huge investments in AI infrastructure across the board, which means demand for those high-performance chips, the ones that Micron makes.
Yeah.
It's going through the roof. This isn't just, hype. It's real growth fueled by AI, and it could bring a massive wave of innovation with it.
A rising tide lifts all boats, right? Or at least all the boats making these AI powering chips. But hold on, it's not a one-horse race, is it?
Mm-hmm.
We've got NVIDIA in the lead, but now SK Hynix is stepping up their game with these new HBM3E chips. What are those all about?
Okay, so these HBM3 chips, they're designed for speed and bandwidth. They're like giving AI a superhighway to move all that data around. And get this, SK Hynix, they're a major supplier for NVIDIA. So any advancements they make, they could have a ripple effect on the entire AI supply chain.
Wow, so it's like a chain reaction.
Exactly.
And of course, we can't forget about Samsung and Micron themselves, who are also going all in on AI chip development. So it's a tight race to the top. Is it too early to say who might win the AI chip race?
It really is anyone's game at this point. What's fascinating is that this competition, it isn't just about faster chips.
What else is it about?
It's about who controls the technology at the very heart of the AI revolution. We could see price wars, breakthroughs in performance, even entirely new types of chips emerge from this battle for dominance.
Like Intel called up their biggest competitor and said,
Right.
Hey, can you build this chip for us? We kind of need to, we've got a point to prove.
It is, yeah, a little unorthodox, you're right. But that's kind of the reality of the semiconductor industry these days. It's this complex web of partnerships and rivalries.
So what does this reliance on TSMC mean for Intel's long-term comeback? Can they really, reclaim their throne if they're depending on a competitor to make their chips for them?
That is the million-dollar question. I mean, Intel is, they're saying all the right things about, ramping up their own manufacturing capabilities, but they've got a lot of catching up to do. If they want to really be a true leader in this space, they can't be, reliant on anyone else, especially not a company that they're trying to outperform.
Talk about playing a high-stakes game. All right, so we've covered tech giants battling it out for AI dominance, a potential chip shortage, and even a comeback story for the ages. But amidst all this talk about processors and market moves, there's another side to this whole AI revolution that I don't think we can ignore, the human element.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in all the technical details, but at the end of the day, AI it's all about people.
Right.
It's about how we use this technology to solve problems, to create opportunities, and really to shape the future.
And a big part of that is understanding how to integrate AI into like businesses and industries that, that might not be on the cutting edge of tech, right? They're not just about Silicon Valley anymore.
Exactly. Take Accenture, for example.
Okay.
They're a global consulting giant.
It's not exactly known for being, a tech powerhouse.
Right.
But their latest earnings report,
Yeah.
totally different story. They're seeing a massive surge in demand for their AI-related services.
Wait, really? Even the consultants are getting in on the AI action.
Big time. Yeah. Companies across all industries, I mean, from finance to healthcare, even retail, they're realizing they need help navigating this AI revolution. They need guidance on how to implement AI solutions, how to analyze data and how to adapt their business models to thrive in this new landscape. And that's where Accenture comes in.
So they're like the AI whisperers. They're helping businesses make sense of this whole new world. And they're investing, I mean, heavily in AI talent and expertise, and it's clearly paying off. This just goes to show that the impact of AI, it extends way beyond, the tech industry itself.
Yeah. It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. Except, I guess in this case, it's AI lifting entire industries.
Precisely. And what's really interesting is that this isn't just about, big businesses either. Smaller companies, startups, even individuals, they're finding ways to leverage AI too.
So it's not just about which tech giant has the fastest chip or the most advanced algorithm. It's really about how we as the society choose to embrace and utilize this technology.
Exactly. And that brings us to, I think, a really crucial question. What does all of this mean for the average person? How will these rapid advancements in AI impact our daily lives?
I mean, it's almost like AI is going from this abstract concept to something that's going to be woven into every aspect of our lives, isn't
It
it?
really is. And it's happening already.
Right.
Think about how we shop online, right?
Yeah.
AI is powering all those, recommendation algorithms, like suggesting products that we might actually want to buy.
Right.
Or even how we get around. I mean, self-driving cars.
Yeah.
They're not some, futuristic fantasy anymore. They're on the roads right now, navigating traffic with the help of AI.
Okay. I got to admit, self-driving cars still feel a little too futuristic for
Yeah.
me. I like being in control of the wheel.
Sure.
But I get what you're saying. AI is already here.
It is.
And it's only going to become more integrated into our daily routines.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to be aware of these trends, to understand how they might impact our jobs, even our relationships, our sense of selves. Because AI has the potential to be incredibly beneficial, but like any powerful tool, it comes with some risks as well.
Okay, so let's talk about those risks for a second then. What are some of the potential downsides of this AI revolution?
Well, one concern that a lot of people have is the impact on jobs.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because as AI becomes, more sophisticated, it's going to be capable of automating tasks that were, previously done by humans, and that could lead to job displacement in certain sectors.
That's a valid concern for sure. I mean, we've seen it happen before with automation in factories and things like that. But isn't it also true that AI will create new jobs, even as it, kind of disrupts the old ones?
Absolutely. We're already, in fact, seeing a surge in demand for AI specialists, developers, data scientists, ethicists. But it's not just about tech jobs. AI will create opportunities in fields like healthcare, finance, education, you name it.
So it's really about adaptability then, right? Being willing to learn new skills and embrace these new opportunities as they come up.
Exactly. The more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this changing landscape. And it's not just about, our careers either. It's about our role as, as citizens in an increasingly AI-driven world.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, think about the ethical implications of all this, of AI.
Right.
We're already kind of grappling with questions about bias in algorithms, data privacy, the potential for misuse. These are complex issues that require, careful consideration and open dialogue.
So it's not just about like building smarter machines. It's about making sure that we use this technology responsibly and ethically.
Yeah.
And that's a conversation that everyone needs to be a part of, right?
It is. It is. It's not just, up to the tech giants or the policymakers to figure this out. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
Okay, so if there's one thing that our listeners should take away from this whole deep dive into the world of tech and AI, what would it be?
I'd say the future is unwritten and it's being shaped right now.
Right now, yeah.
So stay curious, stay informed, and don't be afraid to ask those questions. The AI revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to ensure that it's a revolution that benefits humanity as a whole.
Well, I've said it better myself.